Ever received a parking ticket in Tulsa and wished paying it online could be simple and fast? Well, you're absolutely in the right place. Look, getting a ticket is incredibly stressful, not to mention a total drain on your wallet and your time. But stick around. Today, we're breaking down everything you need to know to effortlessly settle that ticket without ever having to leave your couch. We're going to transform this frustrating headache into a quick, easy, and highly structured process. Let's get into it.
Okay, so here's our agenda for today. We're going to cover preliminary steps, accessing the payment portal, completing the payment process, private parking citations, confirmation and follow-up, and finally, important tips and reminders.
All right, starting right off with Section 1, Preliminary Steps, Identifying Your Ticket. So before we even open up a web browser, we need to figure out exactly what kind of citation is currently sitting on your windshield. And hey, while you're at it, always check the ticket for accuracy, just in case there are any discrepancies. Now, if your ticket has the word court printed right in the fine box, well, I've got some bad news for you. You actually cannot pay this one online. It requires a mandatory in-person appearance. However, if you see a specific printed dollar amount in that box, you are good to go and eligible to quickly settle it online. Assuming you are eligible for online payment, your next step is gathering your data. You'll need to locate 3 specific details on your physical citation to ensure a super smooth data entry process. Those are the ticket number, the validation number, and the exact fine amount. Grab a pen, or honestly just keep the ticket right in front of you, because having these specific inputs ready to go is absolutely critical for the system to actually recognize your violation.
Moving right along to Section 2, accessing the payment portal, choosing the right path.
Now, paying in the wrong portal is a surprisingly common pitfall, mostly because there isn't just one magic website for the whole city. It's kind of like a giant puzzle, and the operational framework is split up. For standard municipal citations, you'll navigate to the official City of Tulsa website and find the court e-pay system. That's the one that needs your ticket and validation numbers. But if you parked in a private downtown lot, you'll likely use pay-to-park collections, which requires totally different inputs, like your name, email, notice number, and vehicle tag. And what if it's a state or county district court ticket? For those, you're looking at the OSCN e-payments portal, using a case, citation, or plan ID.
Okay, Section 3, Completing the Payment Process, Executing the Transaction. Let's see how this actually builds into executing the payment for a municipal ticket. Step 1 is literally where most people get tripped up. You absolutely must wait 7 to 10 days for the ticket to process before it'll even appear in the system. If you try to pay on, say, day 3, you're going to run into a technical error saying your ticket doesn't exist. So just be patient. Once that window passes, access the court e-pay portal, enter your info, and choose your payment method. Standard credit and debit cards work fine. Finally, if you're aiming for same-day credit, there's a strict cutoff. You got to pay before 6:30 p.m. Central Time. I want to pause here for a second to reassure you, but also to clearly explain the legal reality of what this digital transaction actually means. Submitting this online payment acts as a binding pre-arraignment settlement. By hitting submit, you are formally entering a no-contest plea, which does result in a finding of guilty on your record, and you are explicitly waiving your right to a trial before a judge or jury. Now, this is a totally standard procedure for just paying a ticket and moving on with your life, but it is a legal agreement you should definitely be aware of.
Next up is Section 4, Private Parking Citations, the Downtown Lots.
Let's pivot for a minute to tickets from private lots in the downtown and arts district areas. These operate completely independently of the city government. If you parked in a commercial lot run by a company like, say, American Parking, you're dealing with a civil contractual fee notice, not a municipal court ticket. These are handled exclusively by pay-to-park collections online at pay-to-parkcollections.com. You have to go to their specific website to resolve them. Seriously, do not try to type a private fee notice number into the City of Tulsa portal. It's just going to spit out an error message.
The absolutely crucial point here is the financial urgency attached to these private fee notices. Listen to this. Private fees jump from $50 to $75. That is a massive 50% increase if they aren't paid within exactly 10 days. Private operators use these steep late payment escalations to offset their collection costs, so you absolutely cannot afford to drag your feet on these.
All right, Section 5, Confirmation and Follow-up, Securing Your Proof. So after you hit that submit button, just seeing a thank you screen isn't quite enough to ensure you're officially in the clear. Always check your inbox for a confirmation email to verify it actually went through. In fact, official municipal guidance strongly recommends that you print or save a digital copy of your payment confirmation and hold onto it for at least 90 days. You know, database sync issues can and do happen, and having that transaction ID, well, that's your ultimate undeniable proof.
I really need to emphasize this critical warning specifically for OSCN state payments. If you've let a citation go so long that an arrest warrant has been issued, paying your outstanding balance online does not automatically recall that active warrant. No way. You must directly call the court clerk after you make your online payment to ensure they process the warrant recall. Please do not assume the computer will just magically take care of it for you.
And that brings us to Section 6, Important Tips and Reminders, Avoiding Severe Consequences.
Let's talk about the severe consequences of simply ignoring your citation and just hoping it gets lost in the mail. Spoiler alert, it won't. The city will actively pursue this debt. Ignoring it can lead to a bench warrant for your arrest, a wheel boot physically immobilizing your car, the state intercepting your income tax refund, or even the suspension of your driving privileges. So, here's a highly practical tip. The moment you get a ticket, immediately set a calendar reminder on your phone for its due date to avoid accidentally sliding into these heavy penalties.
And let's elevate the stakes even further, because beyond the legal trouble, there's a staggering 35% additional collection fee added to unpaid municipal tickets the moment they are forwarded to the city's outside collection agencies. 35%. That turns a simple parking mistake into a massive, compounding financial burden. It's just not worth it.
Before we wrap this up, I do want to share a quick disclaimer. This explainer is for informational purposes only and is based on publicly available resources. For the most accurate and updated information, always refer to the official City of Tulsa website or contact their support directly by dialing 311 if you need any further help or clarification. So, I'm going to leave you with this. Will you let a simple parking ticket escalate into a 35% collection fee, a wheel boot, and endless stress? Or will you use this guide to resolve it online today? Go ahead, set a reminder on your phone right now to check the portal after that 7 to 10 day processing window. Be proactive, save yourself the money, and just get it done. If you have any questions or need further clarification, definitely drop a comment below. Thank you so much for joining us to explore this topic. Keep learning, stay curious, and we'll see you on the next explainer.